Hello all you hardcores out there, it's biggest gob in boxing here, Porky. In Bury today with my mate Frank, or should I say Haywood near Rochdale. Big Ron rung me up just as I was doing a Big Ron funny story about the snooker table at his farmhouse, but no queues. Then when I thought, oh this is alright, I'm going to take all Dennis's money off him. He poured 2 scotch out, didn't you, and passed out and left me. I said I'll play on my own, couldn't find a queue. And I thought, shall I go rooting for a queue? And then I seen cameras in every room watching. Is that for burglars, Dennis?
No, going back to what I just said, there's a rumour that you like playing with yourself anyway.
You have to get one in, don't
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, you've just showed me that video of Anna Rankin training. I don't think I should be as harsh, Dennis, on Anna Rankin because she's ex-white collar, because she's all blood and guts, isn't she?
The one thing she's got is she's tough. And you know, the one thing that Clinton had, he was tough. And I know women's boxing is so different and you're not a massive fan. I wasn't. But when you watch how professional that lass is and how she conducts herself, you'd convert. I think you would. You're a bit harsh. You're too harsh on a lot of people, I know that. But she's a smart lasser, and if you'd have seen her, Scott was sat down with her the day before or the day before the weigh-in for the Terry Harper fight. She everything was flowing, this, that and other. She gets in the ring and she tensed up, and that was down her experience. Then she gets cut. She'd never been cut before. So any plan went out of the window, but she started very tense again anyway and throwing as though she was throwing in treacle. That comes with experience. Now, she hasn't took her form from the gym into that fight, and Terry Harper outboxed her for long periods. But when she did catch Terry Harper, she absolutely just almost carded herself, Terry Harper, but she couldn't follow it up because her feet weren't fast enough and she couldn't get a distance. But I'd fancy that fight again in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
And I would be confident because I think she can hurt your Terry Harpers. I think Natasha Jonas is the best at that weight at the moment, but I think Natasha's only got a couple of fights left in her.
What do you think, while we're on this subject, what do you think about the Steffi Bull Terry Harper situation at the moment? Because it's looking to me like they've got the begging bowls out for the Natasha Jonas rematch because she's got a tough mandatory coming up, and if they vacate this belt, that's 2 they've vacated, and they've swerved 2 rematches. They swerved the Jonas rematch and the Boom Gardner, didn't they? So do you think they're looking for a bit of credibility to get some money in with Jonas?
I think they need to. I don't know. Like you say, they'll be going with the begging bowl to try and get the Jonas fight. But for me, Jonas beats her anyway.
Did she beat her first time in your opinion?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
How many rounds would you say by?
At least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I think so. But smashing fight, good for women's boxing, and I do like Terry. I think she's a very competent boxer, but for me, my opinion, she's shot shy.
What do you mean she don't like getting hit?
She don't react very well when she catches something heavier, and that's the difference between Anna. She gets caught with a shot and she's game. The only thing is she hasn't got their technical slickness around the ring as yet. But I think even though she's not a spring chicken, Anna, she's 30, 31, she's plenty of miles left on the clock. So I think Anna's, mark my words, watch Anna go and win another world title. Shall we have a little bet?
No, because you can get women's world titles easy, can't you?
All right then, you won't get one then.
No, I'm not a promoter. You know what I'm on about. The pool's
you're trying to tell me my job. Go on then, you go and get one then.
Well, Anna's a 154, isn't she? Yeah. Right. So there's 40 times more men in that weight division than women.
Yeah.
So you've got 40 times quick. You're going to get to title 40 times quicker, aren't you? And if you're like you like to manoeuvre them, don't you, Dennis?
You ought to be on countdown. You're like Carol Vorderman. that was clever, that, Ross. You're right. The logic of it is such, yes. But even when there's only so many, you've still got to have the ability to. And I think she's got ability to go and win another title, even though there's not as many women about for you to get a crack at it.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's a great advocate for the sport. You sit down and listen to her. She's so eloquent, and how she holds herself very well. She's great to have work with and have around you. So she's not just a fighter. She's not just a boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, good. She didn't say much to me in Leeds a couple of weeks ago when we went out.
Yeah, but she hadn't seen your teeth. You hadn't charmed her yet, have you? You're like, I've seen women drooling over you at that show. What about when I had a little rub with security on door to get some of your fans in?
I'm from Wolverhampton.
Yeah. we pleased to meet you, Dennis, but we only want we're Russ fans.
Them from Bulgaria.
That were no, they were the same though.
Yeah.
I thought, they're going to big me up. They didn't. They wanted to know you, not me.
Oh, you're making me cringe, you. Right, let's move on from that. Paul Butler. He's fighting I Know You, December 3rd, I think, something around about that time. If he beats him, it's the biggest win since Lloyd Runningham won it and Don Curry. It'd be massive, won't it?
It's a big ass.
The top 5 pound for pound, and he's a killer.
Yeah, he is.
It's a big one in it for Joe. But they're in it. A 2-time world champion, Butler.
Yeah, he's very experienced, like you say, and he knows his way around the ring. So, if anybody's going to have a chance, it's Paul. But it's a big ask. I do like Paul. I think he's got plenty of ability, and he's done well to regroup and come back with his career. But it's a big ask over there. They must be getting paid well.
Yeah. Do belts matter anymore, Dennis? All this about undisputed this, for heavyweights and this and that. When you've got big faces like Tyson Fury, Wilder, Joshua, do belts really matter?
Right, you need belts to get to a level. You need belts to promote, and you need belts to go after, and it gives you a buzz, and you feel as though you've reached a milestone. And if you're an IBO, a WBO, or an IBF, WBC, whatever belt you go after, and if it's an English title or a British title, it's a progression. Now, let me ask you this: what did Muhammad Ali and George Foreman fight for?
WBC and WBA, wasn't it?
Right. What did Pacquiao and Mayweather fight for?
They didn't fight for the belt, did they? I don't think. Oh, did they? I'm not sure.
So
I don't think we cared, did we?
You don't know.
I don't know.
But they needed them belts.
They invented one, didn't they, for them?
No, but you see my point, Russ.
Yeah.
A belt.
Nobody talks about the belts with them fights, do they?
So, but to get there, you need the belt. But when you're that big,
the
belt doesn't matter really.
You think Tyson Fury and Joshua's that big that belts don't matter?
They don't need a belt. They don't need a belt. They'll still they'll fill Wembley Arena or Tottenham Hotspur Arena. They don't need a belt. So all this about the undisputed, this and other, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. Not just Usyk. And Usyk, yeah, I'd love to see Tyson, but the fight everybody wants to see is Tyson and Joshua.
Yeah, I agree. Ben Shalom is getting a lot of. I've dropped helmets a month. We've changed it to helmet heroes of the month now, and he's had a lot of votes so far this month because I know you and Ben have had a bit of a fallout, but fights that are not been getting made, he's been making them. Money. Carnbrook, Beefy Smith, Eubank, and the Jonas fight with Harper, and there's other things he's done.
When you've got a big war machine,
I know you're
trunk like that. Well, what do you want me to say? I mean, who would you back off a level playing field, me or him?
Well, him, innit? Obviously, because you're a fight zone, aren't you?
No, but off a level playing field, I just said.
Well, I back you,
he can't do what I can do.
Yeah.
But respect to him and Sky are a great machine, and you're more knowledgeable about boxing than he is by far.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing you do is fall out with yourself. So he comes from a background. He's had a privileged upbringing. So he hasn't got the background that we've got. So we've had to do it the hard way and earn our stripes. Now I'm fortunate. I don't need boxing for my living. Otherwise, I'd be selling Big Issue probably now. But I love the sport. I love changing people's lives in a way. That sounds a bit corny. But winning things when you shouldn't win. I took Olympians who supposed to win. I've took kids who people didn't fancy and gone and won.
2 great reasons why you should use our referral system. Firstly, just by buying or knowing a friend, relative, colleague or client looking to buy a property in Spain, you'll make some money. See the examples in this video of the amounts you could earn just by buying or referring your friend, relative, colleague or client to us. Secondly, Welcome Estates makes buying a property in Spain easy and stress-free. You are referring them to a family-run business that you and they can trust. Buying and referring to us is really that easy.
Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.